Pretty sure this is the first time I've ever filmed without a full face of glam on. It's an interesting choice for sure. To be fair, I just finished with rehearsal because I have a show tomorrow. So it's 9:30. Like, if you think that I'm gonna get home from rehearsal, shower, and then put on a full face of glam, wrong. Wrong, bitch. Well, hello there, and welcome back to It's Always Something. I'm your host, Bryce Howard, and this is my brand new official podcast. Now, during the show, I'm going to be discussing anything and everything that's on my mind, and today, it's the Halloween episode. Actually, technically, no, because unless I make the decision to not upload an episode on Halloween, then this is the Halloween episode. And if I do decide to upload an episode on Halloween, then this won't be the Halloween episode. But we're going to be talking about some Halloween stuff, so like, call it what you want, diva. Now, as most of you know, I try to film these episodes on Tuesday so that I have Wednesday, Thursday to edit and then upload by Friday morning. However, I have been excruciatingly busy lately, and this is me not complaining. I'm not complaining about my business because it makes me really excited. I just have a lot of loose ends that I need to tie up before I flee the country, and it's been occupying a lot of my time. So right now it is Wednesday night, so this needs to be fully edited tomorrow, but the only issue is tomorrow I have to be at the venue at 5:30. So it's not like I have all day, all night tomorrow. However, the show does get done around 9, so I'll be home around 10 and I can work for a few hours when I get home. And then like I'll just wake up early Friday morning. I don't know. You guys. I need help. I need an editor, and I need someone to like plan my episodes for me. Just kidding, because then what the fuck would I do? Just sit here and talk to you guys? Send the footage away to some bitch to figure it all out for me. Oh, what a dream. What a luxury that I cannot afford. Someday, though. Someday. It's good to have goals. It's good to have goals. Okay. Okay, now it's time for obsessions. It's time for obsessions. I love this because I don't normally get to talk about these kind of things that I'm just like strangely loving and obsessed with right now. So now I get to do it every single week, and I get to share with whoever decides to listen, and it's so glamorous. So starting off strong, okay? So you know how like the weather is like falling, like it's turning into fall, and like it's like a little nippy, and like the air in the morning has like a bite to it. Absolutely fucking loving that. Every single morning for the last like 3 weeks, I roll out of bed, make a cup of coffee, and then take it and sit outside in a hoodie and sweatpants and just plan my day with my checklist, schedule all my posts for the day, and just like sit outside in like the not cold enough to be cold but not hot outside weather. It's so good. And I've officially turned my AC off, which is so amazing. Hello. And instead, I just leave my windows and doors open all the time. Okay. This is obsession number 2. Okay. Obsession 1 was the new cold air that's outside in the morning and in the evening. Obsession number 2 is indoor outdoor living. Okay. I live in a normal ass, like, apartment, like just a normal person apartment. And when the weather is like this, bitch, because it doesn't usually get above like 75 during the day. So I just get to open my window first thing in the morning, open my door, like my back patio door, and just leave it open and just like let the fresh air waft through the space. And everything smells better. Everything just feels cleaner. Like, I don't know, when I wake up hot or it's hot outside, like I don't want to go outside and I feel gross, I feel icky, I feel sticky, I feel meh. But with this new air that is flushing through my apartment, I can just like breathe clean and feel clean, and like that's just fresh air. And if I light like one small little candle in the kitchen, and just the airflow just like spreads that just like hint of candle smell, you guys, if you are sleeping on the morning air outside, I'm telling you, the sweet spot, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's the window of time. That's when the air is the crispiest. That's when it feels like no one's breathed that air yet. If I don't know if that like makes sense, but you know how like sometimes you breathe air and you're like, wow, this has been inhaled and like exhaled by a lot of people. Like I can taste like the person that just walked by me is like breakfast. But no, in the crisp morning air, it quite literally tastes like you were the first person to breathe in those oxygen particles, freshly prepared, hot out of the oven, like just for you. That's what it feels like. So yeah, wake up early and get that morning air in, and leave your doors and windows open. It's time to turn the AC off. It's time to turn the AC off. Okay, this next obsession I briefly talked about in the last episode, Because it's been like a new way that I've been occupying my newfound free time since I've been reducing my screen time. And that is playing dress up. Fashion, like go into my closet and make a fucking mess and put on some crazy shit. And partially it's like because Halloween is right around the corner. So I'm like trying to like gather the girls and like figure out what I have in my closet. But also, I have some weird shit. Okay. Sometimes when I go thrifting, I'll buy something just because I think it's like weird. Like I have a lot of fur coats. I have this like purple iridescent trench coat rain jacket that's like made out of latex. It was like $8 at Goodwill. And so it's not for daily wear. Like I'm never going to roll out of bed and like put that on to like go to the grocery store. So sometimes it's just really fun to put on like a crazy ass jacket and just like your crazy boots and just strut the town. Take a little mirror selfie if you want to, just for safekeeping. But yeah, playing dress up, I've been eating her up. And it also like, I feel like, at least for me, this might not be a relatable problem. This might be a shopaholic problem. But sometimes I forget about some really cool things in my closet. And I know that I need to like go through and get rid of some stuff. This is actually so embarrassing, but it's a fun little Bryce fact. I have 2 closets in my apartment. This apartment was like built for like a couple to live in the master bedroom, obviously. So there's 2 closets. I have one for like daily wear. Those are the clothes that I like wear every day and like I live in and like my go-tos, right? So it's my little capsule wardrobe. Everything goes with everything. And then I have what I call my archival closet. And that is where things go to die because I'm so anxious about like the trend cycle being so fast that things are just going to come in and out. I want my future children when they're like teenagers to like live in my old clothes. Like that's so iconic. Imagine like your kid grows up and it's like, okay, Y2K comes back around, or like, you know, the 2020s fashion era is like coming through the trend cycle. And I have like totes and totes and totes and totes filled with my clothes that was like chic and trendy at the time. And they get to wear that. And then I get to wear it again because I'm like done growing soon. So yeah, I don't really get rid of clothes. I just find space for them in my archival closet. So sometimes it's just a fun time to like whip out some crazy shit that you had hiding in the back corner. I found my Cruella de Vil fur trench jacket, shoulder to toes, like faux fur Dalmatian jacket. And I got to like gallivant in my fur coat the other day. It was glorious. But yeah. And then I got to walk it on my little mini treadmill that I just purchased. It's a good time. I recommend. Oh, this one's actually kind of dangerous. Bryce, what are you doing? I'm so scandalous. Okay. So I recently deleted all my dating apps just because I'm not going to find my husband on a dating app. I don't want to find my husband on a dating app because I want to have like a cute romance story about how I met my husband, not like we met on a dating app. That's just me. But as you know, I'm going to Italy soon. I'm going to Europe soon. So I was like, okay, well, I want to have fun while I'm abroad, while I'm, you know, exploring other countries. I want to meet new people. So naturally, I re-downloaded my dating apps. However, and just 2 of them, just Raya and Hinge. Okay, nothing but the best over here. However, I set my location in said apps in Italy. Because then, as soon as I get there, I can like schedule an event. I can schedule like a date or something. I don't know. It would just be fun, or to like meet some people at a club when I'm out with my friends. Like that would be really cool. So yeah, so I've been scrolling on Hinge and on Raya, but my location is set in Florence. So, and only half of them speak English. But oh my God, the Italian accent, another obsession. The Italian accent is so sexy. It is so good. It is so good. I hope when I go there, obviously people are going to know I'm American. You don't have to look too hard to find it. However, I hope that they're like, oh my gosh, like your American accent. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe there's some countries in the world that think about American accents the way that we think about like Australian or British accents. You know what I mean? So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, Italian Hinge, Italian Raya. She's been doing me good. They're so pretty over there. They're so pretty. Oh, okay. So this next one is like a fashion obsession that I've been having recently. Kind of just to accommodate the weather outside. I've been doing what I call like half fall outfits. So like I'll wear a crew neck or a sweater or like a flannel or a jacket or whatever, but I'll still wear like tiny, tiny little gay little shorts. On the bottom because it's like half fall weather, because it's still like 70 plus degrees outside. So it's like half fall. But in the morning, I like want a sweatshirt, or I'll do the opposite and I'll wear like a t-shirt or a wife beater on top. And then I'll wear like sweatpants or jeans, or, you know, it's half fall. So like pick where that half is going to go on your body. That's been really cute for me. I know it'll start morphing into like full fall outfits when it gets colder, but right now it's half fall vibes and I think it's kind of cute. Okay, this next one, this is like a reoccurring obsession. Like it happens every Halloween that I like obtain this obsession, and it's corsetry. You guys, it is so fun and a little painful, but kind of fun. So, last year I was Willy Wonka for Halloween, but it was like Brycified. Obviously, trust me, we're gonna get to Halloween. But I was cinched for the first time last year on Halloween, like to the gods, and it was awesome. It was iconic. And this year, for one of my Halloween photo shoots, I will also be cinched. And actually, this is kind of funny. I've talked about it on social media, but I haven't disclosed what it's gonna be. For the big photo shoot, I'm gonna be a mime. Which, like, in hindsight kind of sounds lame, but I promise it's going to be really cool. It's going to be really high fashion. I'm going to have hair and makeup and all the things and props, maybe. I don't know. But it'll be really cool. However, I'm going to be cinched. And I don't actually know numbers because I haven't ever measured my waist. But it is kind of terrifying, especially because, like, I can struggle through the pain of a corset for, like, if it's for a photo shoot, I can be in it for, like, an hour and be totally fine. So I don't really have to breathe. And the outfit is like really baggy bottoms and then like a flowy-ish top. And so with the corset, the proportions are just mwah, chef's kiss. So yeah, corsetry. Go check out my Instagram to get a little sneak peek of how tiny this waist be. But yeah, living, laughing, loving that. Oh, you guys, this is kind of cute. This is kind of wholesome, actually, especially because we just talked about corsets. Let's get out of this scary game here. Okay, so I've been, like I said, really freaking busy and have had zero time to like listen to new music or make new playlists. And I usually try to make one every month. Usually I make a playlist every single month of new music from like artists that I love or yada, 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 new music that like my friends have sent me or whatever. Usually I do that every single month. But lately I just haven't really like had time to really sit down and do shit like that. And so this last month, I've just been going back and listening to like old playlists I made in like middle school, high school, like old playlist, and it has been so much fun because the memories just start flooding back. Like I was just listening to one song and I was like, I remember the first time I heard this was the first day like I got my car on my 16th birthday, and like my friends were in the back of my car and we were just like bumping the song, stuff like that. I don't know. And also you forget how like good some other songs are. Like there's some bangers that we haven't listened to in like 2 or 3 years, so go back and listen to some of your old playlists because it's so fun. And also you can just like evaluate, you know, your music taste over the years, how it's evolved, how it's changed, or how it stayed the same. It's just, yeah, it's been a fun little trip and a half down memory lane. Oh, this next one is a snack. Actually, my mom put me on these actually the last time she was in Nashville. They're called popcorners. And like I'd have them before, but I'd never like fallen in love, obsessed with them. But now I always stay stocked. Basically, if you've never had them before, it's like popcorn, but in the shape of a chip. I'm going to be munching on some of those after this. They're like shaped like a triangle chip, like Dorito, but they're like, it's like smushed popcorn. Or I guess the easiest thing to compare it to is like a rice cake, you know? It's like very similar to a rice cake, but it's like popcorn adjacent. And like the two flavors, I mean, there's only like 3 flavors, but the really good ones, there's a kettle corn flavor, and I don't even like kettle corn like that. Like I think kettle corn is good and it's great, especially in the fall, but like the kettle corn popcorners, oh my God. Oh my God, they're so good. And then there's the white cheddar ones. So you have a sweet and you have a savory. So depends on whatever mood you're in. You can go crazy on the popcorners. They're so good. They're so good. Okay, moving right along, you guys, we're getting into some uncharted territory because today we're doing our first segment of It's Fashion. Yes, a round of applause. I can hear you from the back row. It's fashion. And on today's It's Fashion segment, we're going to be talking all about, you guys are gonna gag, maybe not because other people are talking about it too, and it's kind of late, especially because this is going up on Friday, like it's kind of late, but sorry, we're gonna be talking about the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Victoria's Secret fashion show, you know, the angels, the little Victoria's Secret angels that strut their stuff on the glitter stage and the glitz and the glam and the live music. Oh my God. Funny thing about this, actually, this is probably the first year I've ever like watched the show, like beginning to end, sat through all of it and like really analyzed it and experienced it. But I didn't realize how big of a deal the Victoria's Secret fashion show is for women. Like I was talking to some of my girlfriends and they were like, no, this is like our Super Bowl. Like this is like a big deal. And I felt so like guilty for not not knowing that this was like a bigger deal to women. Like apparently this is like a big deal. And I am so here for it. I'm so sorry to anyone that I may have disrespected in downplaying the relevance of this fashion show, but it is a big deal and it is for good reason. Now, this year's collection took place in New York City and was designed by Adam Selman. Now, one of the reasons that made this show such a big deal was because this was Adam Selman's first collection since being at Victoria's Secret. I think he moved there in 2024, but this is like his first like big debut project. And so everyone was kind of like excited to see like, oh, what's new, especially because allegedly there's been some complaints from the last few years. So yeah, Adam Selman making his debut with Victoria's Secret. Now, this collection was actually really, really great. Now, I mentioned that this was like the first one that I ever really like sat through and watched. However, it felt very pro women. And now I know that like that's the whole point of like the Victoria's Secret show is for women, but like for some reason I just like watched this show and I was just like I love women and I don't tell women that enough. Like, this is your sign to tell the women in your life how incredible they are and how much they mean to you, because this Victoria's Secret show, I was literally the whole time jaw on the floor like, oh my God, women are incredible. Like, this is so iconic. It was extremely forward thinking. It was very evident that everything was extremely intentional. And I just really admired that about the collection. They had models of all skin colors. They had models of all ages. Oh my God. It was so beautiful to watch. Like, there were some 40, 50-year-old models walking the runway this year and like kicking ass and looking incredible. And I don't know if they've done that in the past. I could be, this could be like a known thing that happens all the time, but I just thought it was so cool. They had all different races and they had every body shape and size that you could possibly think of. It was just on that runway, every single person was considered and everybody was represented to some extent. Oh my God, they opened the show with a pregnant woman. It was so breathtaking, iconic. And mind you, this was like my first Victoria's Secret show. And the very first model to walk down the runway is a pregnant goddess, like covered in gold and diamonds, just dripping from head to toe. Like, that is so iconic. Okay, so the runway show was divided into like several different chunks, and the opening segment was like everything you think of when you think of Victoria's Secret Angel. Like, it was so glamorous. The vibes for the first like chunk, the first little mini collection, was like metal, like goddess vibes, like Greek goddess vibes. There were lots of metals. There was lots of like chrome, like golds and silvers and copper and like all of these things. It was gorgeous, okay? And then Little Miss Madison Beer hits the stage. Are you kidding me? I forgot about her. Okay, that's rude. That's fucking rude, Bryce. Don't be rude. However, I haven't seen Madison Beer since Selfish came out, and I also think I may or may not be living under a rock with that one. So really excited to see her. Had no idea she was performing. And you guys, have I been like, who is keeping the secret of Little Miss Madison Beer? Like, she can sing, girl. Like, she was singing, and she looked fierce, okay? You know how I said that, like, everyone was represented in this year's runway show? Like, what I thought that he did, what that was really cool, was the way that they picked and chose specific runway models, and not just, like, stereotypical runway models. They hired athletes, okay? They hired influencers, they hired actresses. Like, it was insane. We got Quen Blackwell from social media, who's hilarious icon, has had such a big footprint on our generation of like TikTok, Instagram, all the things, YouTube, streaming. Like, she is an icon. And so watching her strut her stuff on the runway, whether or not I loved her look is completely irrelevant, because she fucking slayed, you guys. Like, the fact that she can just be plucked out of influencer world and then dropped on a runway. Now, I know she obviously put hours and hours and hours of training into her walk. However, that's fierce. That's so fierce. And we got gymnast Suni Lee. Like, that's so cool. And we got that basketball player, Angel Reese. Like, you guys, to have a WNBA player walk the Victoria's Secret runway is so iconic and is just so important to women everywhere. Also, that makes so much sense, because if you think about it, the two like job titles where women are like low-key required to be tall is runway and then basketball. Like those are the two avenues. This actually makes so much sense. Why isn't the whole entirety of the WNBA walking the runway like this? You guys, am I onto something with this? I'm gonna start a modeling agency, and only women who play basketball are allowed to be in my modeling agency because they have to be tall, because basketball players have to be tall. Like it just makes sense. But yeah, Angel Reese, she kicked ass. She looked so good. She looked literally so good. She was wearing this baby pink outfit, and she had like, it kind of reminded me of like the Sabrina Carpenter like mini dress silhouette, where it's like there's not really a waist to it. There's like elastic right underneath her chest, and then there's no like waist, but the bottom of like the dress is like above her hips and like above her waist. It's like a, I don't know what the technical term for this is, but it's like a top. It's like a, not a tube top. It's strapless. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But you know what I'm trying to say? It was like a little mini dress, and it was gorgeous. It was so cute. Now I do need to express some honest opinions because that is why we are here. However, the next segment after like the chrome goddess vibe was the pink, like the brand pink, because you know Victoria's Secret and pink are like owned by the same people, whatever. But for the pink section, they did like class of pink, like 2025 was like the vibe. So it was super like jock, cheer girl, 90s, just like varsity vibe. Varsity is the best way to describe it, I guess. And now I'm gonna be so honest, I didn't love the looks. Now I also am not wearing this clothes. I'm also not shaming any of the women that were wearing these outfits, because you would do it too for a check and they might have felt their oats. So you never know. However, the pink collection, I was a little bit like, I'm not impressed. A lot of it, I mean, it's all ready to wear stuff, so it's supposed to look off the rack, like it's supposed to be something that you see when you go into the pink store. However, I just didn't see anything that made me excited. I didn't really see anything that I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, one of my friends should buy that, you know what I mean? Which is like fine, which is like totally fine. Also, Gigi Hadid, I think it was, opened this segment of the show, and she came in, this was actually really fierce. This was actually insane. She came in with like a cape, a sleeved cape of like roses, and bitch, it was huge. Okay, first of all, it had a train following her down the runway, and it just looked like heavy. Like, you know, that bitch weighed so much. And to watch little Miss Gigi just like strut her stuff as if it's fucking weightless, like she had no right. Actually, that's a lie. She had every right. Honestly, it's Gigi Hadid, like whatever. Oh, another person we got to see that was like iconic. Now I'm gonna botch her name because I don't know how to say her last name, but Barbie Ferreira. How do you say the name Barbie Ferreira, the actress from Euphoria?
You'd say it like Barbie Ferreira. The Ferreira part is kind of like Ferreira with a rolled R.
Okay, I was right. I mean, I can't roll a R. Okay, I'm happy I was right. That's what I thought it was. You guys, that's what I said. That's literally what I said. Don't be mad. Don't come for me. Unless you want to. Ew, Bryce. Ew. Bryce, you're disgusting. You're sick. You're sick. You deserve jail time. Jail time. Oh my God. You know that girl? What's her name? But she's the one that, like, when people are like, I'm so and so, and I brought the blah, blah, blah for like the potlucks. Is that what they're called? They're called potlucks, right? Yeah, I think when you like bring food to like a party so that not one person has to cook all the food. But she does the thing where she's like, death row, or like you get the keys to the city based on like what the people brought to the potluck. Like, she rates them, but like with prison sentences or like money or something. I don't know. She's iconic. I need to find her Instagram. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the runway. Oh, you know who else had an insane look? I don't remember her last name, but her first name's Anak. She did that photo shoot with, I think it was Allure. She did that photo shoot with Alex Consani for Allure, I think is what the brand is, like the iconic one. She had these wings. Her wings were absolutely fucking insane. I was so jealous of her. There was like 3 wings on each side, and they were all like layered on top of each other. together, but they all like the top part of every wing had like these gaping massive pearls just like lining the wing, and it had like fringy little like yarn dangling down. Oh my god, you guys, you had to see it. You had to see it. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. They were iconic. Now, also during the Pink segment, we had a performance from a K-pop girl group called Twice. Now, I'm unfamiliar with their music, but from what I saw, they were pretty good. I hate that they didn't get to wear wings though. That would piss me off. If I was performing at the Victoria's, I mean, I guess Missy Elliott also performed and she didn't get wings, but I don't know. Carol G performed and she got wings, and Madison had wings on. So I don't know. But I guess there's also like 4 or 5 of them on stage, so whatever. But yeah, no, I thought their performance was pretty good. They're good dancers. However, speaking of the dancers, I was brutally offended by this. Okay, now this is my inner diva coming out right now. I guess my inner diva is never inner. It's my outer diva. It's just my diva. Okay. My diva dancer in me was offended by the outfits that their dancers were wearing. Like they were wearing sweatpants. They were wearing pink sweatpants and black sports bras and like tennis shoes. Now I know it's like fashion show for Pink and Victoria's Secret, so obviously they should be wearing that. Yeah, okay. But the other dancers and all the other like segments of the show were wearing like sick ass outfits, like cool or like cute outfits from Victoria's Secret or something. Like these poor dancers, I mean, I bet they were comfortable. I bet these little professionals have never been so comfortable at a better paid gig in their entire lives. However, as a viewer, I was a little sad that they were in sweatpants and a sports bra, but I don't have Adam Selman's phone number. Like, I can't text him. Sorry. Oh my God. Also, there was a chrome diaper. That was another thing that offended me. Okay. Like I said, this is my personal opinion. You're not allowed to get offended. I mean, you are actually. You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. However, I'm going to share it anyways. But one of the bottoms that a girl was wearing, it was like the bottoms were shaped, I don't know how else to could not call it a diaper, but they were like bloomers, but they were like not shorts. They were like shaped like bikini bottoms, but like they were bloomers and they were chrome. I don't know. It really threw me off. I guess I could see how like maybe that vibe, I don't know. It's just weird to see, like, I know I've seen girls wear like bloomers as like shorts that are like mid thigh length, but to see like the bloomer shape on like an underwear cutout, I was just like, not for me. Not for me. Not for me. Okay, then after Class of Pink went, oh my God, you guys, I've also been sleeping on Carol G. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't know who she is, because of course I know who the fuck she is. She is an artist, but she is, oh, you guys, she's the next Shakira. She's probably more famous than Shakira. Like, she is that girl. She is that girl. She was in a lace red like bodysuit vibe with red wing. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then she had this little like Latin skirt. Oh, you guys. She not only can she sing, not only is she an incredible fucking dancer. Like, oh my God, they better paid her good. But she's also as close to a 10 as it gets. Like, she is stunning as a person with like very strong eyebrows. Like, eyebrows are so important to me, as you can tell. Even if I don't have a full like little glam moment on, I always have my eyebrows on. I never leave the house without my eyebrows. But hers, she has like strong eyebrows and they just look so like wild and free. But she also has like the sharpest like winged eyeliner. Like, I don't know. It's just so fierce. She was amazing. She performed during like the red section. See, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if every year Victoria's Secret has like a red group of outfits, but during the red one, oh my God, Bella Hadid, you guys. I know it's Bella Hadid. I know to you listeners, you're like, okay, Bryce, you can't say like Bella Hadid is like fucking stunning and she looked so good, because like we know it's Bella Hadid. I'm Bella Hadid. But you guys, I forget sometimes. Sometimes I forget that she's like literally the most paid model in the entire world, for good reason. But oh my God, she looked so good. I loved her red outfit. It was so good. It was so good. Oh, you know who else was good? Alex Consani. Alex Consani's outfit, she looked fierce. I loved the silhouettes they played with this year. During the red section, they really like focused on like the vintage 90s horror film vibe, I guess, was like what the promo shots looked like. But she was wearing these like red low-waisted pants that were like baggy but like didn't hang to the floor kind of vibe, like a very straight leg pant. And then she had the rhinestoned whale tail over her hips. You guys, I don't know why. I know that's like some people, some of the cool people are doing the whale tail trend, but you guys, this is the easiest, most sickest way to elevate your outfits. The whale tail, if you don't know what that is, it's when you take like your underwear straps and you see them like over your hips, like over your waistband. Like you can see the straps of your underwear like out of your pants. It is so sick. It is so high fashion. It is so beautiful. I think it is the coolest thing ever, and I don't think enough people did it when like Y2K was like back and at its peak. You guys were not doing that enough. But Mr. Adam Selman, To the Runway Please, like he put it on so many of the models during these collections, and I am obsessed with it. Like I am obsessed with it. And it just like you have those little like cutouts on your hips. Like it's so good. It's so good. So I was really excited to see that like over and over again on the runway. That made me so happy. But yeah, Alex Consani was wearing that and she looked so good. I'm so honored. I'm so honored, you guys. Like actually let's talk about this because obviously Alex Consani is a legend and her relevance is like more important now than it ever is, especially with like I don't even need to mention what's going on with trans rights. But I am so honored that like this is what our generation views as a supermodel. Like she's my age. She's 21 years old. She might be 22 now, but she is literally my age. And like she is a peer when it comes to like generation. And I'm so proud that like fellow 19 to 25-year-olds were like, Alex Consani, I get it. She needs to be a supermodel because you guys, I mean, not that we did it for her. She did it by herself. Let's not get it twisted. She's famous because of herself. And she's just so real. I mean, obviously she's a famous model for very good reason. However, I think that personally the reason she is so well liked is because she never once fails to be herself. Never once fails to be herself. And I just can't applaud her enough because she is changing the game for our expectations of models because she proves that not only can she like serve cunt, serve face, and literally have some of the most iconic walks in history, but she's also fucking hilarious and is not afraid to get ugly on social media. And I think that that is just so iconic and so refreshing. And I am so honored to just like watch her career, like to see her do her thing, to see her work her magic is just the fact that we all get to sit back and watch and be like, yes, she represents me. We made the right person famous. I'm excited to see who else starts making waves in the modeling industry. I'm excited. I'm so excited to see who's next. I just love it. Yeah, I love you, Alex Consani. Not that you're listening, however, you're an icon and I appreciate you and I love seeing you work and I love I guess I feel like plenty of people are telling you how incredible you are, but you can add one more to the list. Oh, there was another outfit that I really, really loved. And this is just like wings that I really like. They were like lotus flower petals. That's like so random, especially coming off of that Alex Consani like lure. But like, yeah, lotus flower petal wings were a slay. Another thing I appreciated that they did this year, maybe they've done this before, but usually they only do like angel wings because they're like Victoria's Secret angels, obviously. But this year I saw a lot of like play on like butterfly wings, which I thought was really chic, really cute. Really chic, really cute. I saw multiple models walk the runway with like butterfly wings instead of like angel wings. Like I said, maybe that's a thing. Maybe they've done that before. But yeah, thought that was cool. Oh, and then there was one other look that I was like gagged at that I love so much. It was a blue look. You guys, I need to find out the names of all of these models and like so that I can tell you better which looks I liked. But she was in a blue like two-piece set. She had short, tight, curly, bouncy little like bobby hair. Like it was so good. And I just loved, not only was the garment she was wearing like gorgeous, but she just like worked it. Like she just looked like she was having fun. I wanted to be up there with her too. I mean, lots of people do. However, she made me want it bad. And then Gigi Hadid walked again. Both of the Hadid sisters walked at least twice, I think. But again, they put her in these wings that literally her arms are inside of. Because usually they're like a backpack, right? Usually they get their little like armholes and they just get to like wear it like a backpack and then walk the runway. No, they literally said, no, these wings are so fucking heavy and so massive that your whole ass arm needs to go inside of it to hold it up. Bitch, I know that was heavy. Gigi, I know that that was heavy. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to share like two more that I really like. There was one that was a mask, like, you know, like a masquerade mask. Like, those were the wings. I thought that was so fucking inventive, so fucking chic and cute. Like, literally the wings were like a masquerade mask. Like, that's so fierce. It's so cunt. And then literally right after her, some girl walked out with like tinsel wings. And like I said, maybe this has existed before, but I just thought that these tinsel wings were so cool and I'm just like relevant, like so relevant, because you know how like the tinsel Christmas trees popped the fuck off. Before that, no one was talking about tinsel. Like, nobody even like thinks about tinsel. But then those tinsel Christmas trees popped off, and so you know what this man thought? Yeah, bitch, let me make some wings out of it and walk it down the runway. I mean, that's probably not where he got his inspiration. However, relevant. It's relevant. Okay, and then Missy Elliott performed. I thought it was okay. I mean, Missy Elliott is obviously an icon. I thought her dancers were really good. Yeah, I thought it was good. It was nothing, you know, I wasn't gagging, but was I impressed? Yeah. Can I do it? No. Well, depends on who you ask, but yeah. And then like the finale where they all walked. But yeah, overall, you guys, this is going to be a new reoccurring episode. I hope I do it next year. I promise. Actually, I'm not going to make promises that far in advance. However, I will try my absolute fucking hardest next year to do another episode on Victoria's Secret Runway Show. And I'll do better research next time so that like I can not lead you astray or whatever they say. But yeah, no, that was fun. I loved that I just got to like watch a runway show for my homework, and I'm gonna do more of that. I know I missed Fashion Week. Oops. But I wasn't invited this year, bitch. This year, mark my words. Next year I will be at Fashion Week in New York, London, Paris, and Milan. Bet your ass. And if I'm not walking, then I will be front row. Manifesting diva. I'll put it in my meditation tomorrow. But yeah, no, all in all, it was I think it was a step in the right direction, 100%, especially because the last few collections were criticized a lot. And like, people are missing the nostalgia of some of the old Victoria's Secret stuff. Like, I watched some guy on Instagram talk about how like they don't show us any of like the backstage footage anymore of like the drama of like the girls fighting or like them rushing to get on the runway. Like, they don't show stuff like that anymore, but I don't know. You change your brands, you change your designers, you change the clothes, and just hope people like it. But yeah, no, I thought overall the show was, out of 10, I definitely would have rated it like 8.5, like 8 out of 10. Like, I thought it was stunning. I liked 80% of what walked down the runway. I liked 80% of the music. I feel like that's really safe to say. Maybe less, maybe 75%. I don't know. Iconic nonetheless. The models, babes, I know you get paid a lot, but you don't get paid enough. You guys are insane. I love you. I want to be you. I want to be you. Now, I promised you guys a little bit of Halloween because it's that time of year, whatever. Just kidding. I love Halloween. You guys, this is insane. You want to know why? Because this year is a notorious year. Because what? Halloween falls on a Friday, you motherfucker. Now, if I'm being so honest, yes, I love Halloween, but the last few Halloweens, although my costumes have been good, have been like kind of haunted. Now, the last few years I've been stuck. I guess I don't know if I can talk about. Yeah, it's fine. I was in college. It was whatever. But like, I was sober Sally, and not intentionally. Because all my friends always got drunk too fast, and then I was there because I'm a big man that takes a long time to get drunk. I had to clean up all the messes. Every time I was always the cleaner messer upper. Like, that was my job. This year will not be that way because I'll be in Florence, Italy. Yeah, I know. I'll stop talking about it now. So this year is bound to be iconic. Okay, Friday Night Halloween. Hell yes. I can't even remember the last time that Halloween was on a Friday. It sucks when it's in the middle of the week too, because it's like, sorry babe, we celebrate Halloween the weekend before Halloween. So it's just like, I don't know. We usually have to celebrate early, but not this year, bitch. This year we get to celebrate on a Friday. Now, I've kind of been in my own little like hermit bubble lately, so I don't really know what the vibes are this year. I've seen a few decorations. Oh, I need to carve a pumpkin. Oh my God, I need to carve a pumpkin. I carve a pumpkin every year, no matter where I'm at, no matter who I'm living with. Like, I'm always going to carve a pumpkin. And you guys, I'm so good at carving pumpkins. Like, I am so so fucking good at carving pumpkins. Now, can I tell you why though? Because I used to be a Boy Scout. I know these are like weird little segues, but I used to be a Boy Scout and I whittled wood all the time, all the fucking time. I was a little wood whittling expert. Still am. That was a good one. You guys, that was a good one. I am a wood whittling expert still. But, however, dirty jokes aside, yeah, I was really good at that. So I think that it really has helped with my pumpkin carving abilities because I don't do just your basic bitch jack-o'-lantern. No diva down. I'm that bitch that's like peeling at the layers to reveal like the yellow or like the white flesh underneath to like do cool art and stuff. I'm not good at like painting or drawing or anything like that, but am I good at pumpkin carving? Yes, I am. One year, actually, this is so funny. This is so funny. One year, actually, I was 18 when I did this, or maybe I was 17. My pumpkin that I did that year was the same year that I was in a car accident and I was scalped. So I had a bunch of staples in my head, right? Funny, haha, we're laughing at it now. But my jack-o'-lantern that I did that year, this is like, so like this is PG-13, but honestly it's Halloween. Okay, we can get graphic. But yeah, so I chopped the top off of a pumpkin like you do and I like gutted it and then I like tried to do like my face on the pumpkin, okay? And then I took a plastic plate and like broke it into shards, like a disposable plastic plate, and I shoved it all over like the pumpkin to look like glass shards like in its face. And then I took some of my fake blood from like my costume and I put it in the wounds of the pumpkin. And then I didn't just set the top of the pumpkin back on. I took a staple gun. This is so bad, but this is so iconic. You guys, I was such an icon for this. And I stapled the head back on, the scalp. I stapled the scalp back on the pumpkin to match me. It was a me pumpkin. It was my car accident pumpkin. Like, you can't tell me that's not fucking awesome. It was a me. It was exactly what I looked like after my car accident with my staples and glass. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was really funny. And I didn't even give me a frowny face either. I gave me like a confused like what's going on face because that's what it was like. Anyways, god, this is so bad. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers. But yeah, so I need to carve a pumpkin. That's a really great sign. You guys need to take it seriously too. Stop half-assing your fucking jack-o'-lanterns. I'm sick and tired of seeing it. Like, use your good kitchen knives. Sorry, that's what they're for. Literally, you don't think that pumpkins exist for other reasons? Like, people cook with pumpkin and squash and other things. Use your good, sharp kitchen knives. Stop using the cheap plastic bullshit from Home Depot. I don't know, wherever people are getting it. Local grocery store. Yeah, don't do that. Use your good cooking knives and find inspiration online or inspiration from your own life if you're me. That should be my new thing. This year, when I carve my pumpkin, I'm going to apply it to my life. A traumatic event that happened to me this year, and then I'll put it on a pumpkin. That's good. That's so good. I hope I make that a trend. That'd be cunty for me. But anyways, yes, I love Halloween. I love everything about Halloween. I've learned to love horror movies. My old roommate, my best friend Caden, he is obsessed with horror movies. And when we lived together, we watched so many of them. And I need to watch one. Oh my God. I need to get down with the fucking horror movies. I haven't watched really any this Halloween or this October. But yeah, horror movies are such a gag. If you don't like horror movies, get over it. Sorry, get over it. I know it's just my opinion that I love horror movies. However, like, push yourself to be scared because I used to be too scared. I used to hate them. I used to hate horror movies. They used to scare the hell out of me. They used to give me nightmares. They used to make me so uncomfortable. And now I love them. Now I love them so very much. They're so thrilling. Some of my favorites on Netflix, there's a really good one. I actually don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but it's called The Strangers. That's really good. I don't know if Barbarian is considered a horror movie, but I really liked Barbarian. I mean, all the cult classics. The original Scream is so iconic. The original Scream is such a gag. It's so good. I'm trying to think of other ones that like really hurt me. The new Longlegs was good. I don't really think that's horror either though. I don't know. Just watch your like Thrasher films because they're so good. You know, watch the original Scream, watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre, watch The Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I don't know, watch the cult classics because they're good for a reason. They're famous for a reason. You know what I haven't seen? I haven't seen Chucky. That is one that I haven't seen. I haven't seen any like the Annabelle movies, but I watched all like the paranormal ones that are like Hereditary. I watched Hereditary. That one was crazy. Oh my God. The scariest movie. No, you guys don't even understand. If you know, you know. The scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life is The Blair Witch Project. Oh my God. And when I watched that, I was in a tent in the middle of South Dakota, I think at the time. I was in a tent, like on the water, like the wind is blowing over me. It's in May, so it's freezing as fuck. And I'm in a tent with Kaden watching the Blair Witch Project. This is the only movie in the last probably decade that I've had to like cover my eyes. Like put the blanket over my face because I'm like screaming. I'm so scared right now. Like it's insane. It blew my mind. It's so good. And also another thing about the movie is that it's like filmed as if like you're not like watching a movie. It's kind of filmed like you're watching someone's like vlog, if that makes sense. Like all of the footage is like footage of this girl who's doing like a college project or whatever. So she's just like recording all of this footage on her camera and like that's the story. So you're like watching her footage back. But like when it first came out, my parents said that like when they watched it for the first time, they like didn't know that it was fictional. Like they actually thought that it was this girl's like real footage. And I can't even imagine how much scarier that would make this movie if I didn't know that it was like a fictional film. Yeah, Blair Witch Project, go watch it. It is insane. I've only watched it once and it's going to be hard for me to ever watch again, but it's so good. It's so good. Okay, I keep getting sidetracked here. However, I want to talk about why I love Halloween and why gays love Halloween. And the gays love Halloween. Sorry, I'm like itching my leg right now because I think I got a bug bite and it looks really suggestive on camera, but I promise I'm just itching my leg. But yeah, gays love Halloween. Gays love Halloween because it is the one day of the year where it like you can be as gay as you want and no one can say shit about it. Because you can just be like, what? It's a Halloween costume. Like you can wear whatever you want. It's also a free day to like look and dress like a slut. And like I said, no one can say literally anything about it. You can be whoever you want to be on Halloween. And that's why I love it so very much, because it's a one day a year where everyone is accepting of the way you look and act. Not that you should care in the first place, whatever, but Halloween is a really fun day to be experimental and look a mess and just look crazy and become another person. Yeah. Now I kind of wanted to go through like some Halloween costume ideas because this is something that I haven't even figured out what I'm going to be while I'm in Italy for Halloween, and it's Wednesday, the 22nd. So like that's really scary. And for someone who takes Halloween really, really seriously. But before that, I kind of want to talk about some of my old Halloween costumes. Like I'll just go through like some of the last few good ones. Last year's, like I said, was Willy Wonka and was really good. It was like iconic. I didn't get good pictures of it, but you can find it on my Instagram somewhere. But yeah, I was corseted and I had this big trench coat. No, this is actually really important. Before we start talking about Halloween costumes, I need to like tell you guys something, or like maybe you already know this, but this is like my trick to having the best Halloween costume. Like this is the best way to like look and be the best dressed in the room. Stop buying Spirit Halloween like cheap plastic Halloween costumes. Stop doing it and start using real clothes, thrifted clothes, purchased clothes as the elements of the costume, if that makes sense. So like for instance, I was Willy Wonka, but I didn't go to Party City or Spirit Halloween to like get a Willy Wonka like outfit, if that makes sense. Like I bought a pair of like pleated trousers, like good ones, and then I bought like a trendy like tank top, like I don't know, gay little tank top, and then I bought like a trench coat, a maroon trench coat, and then I had a corset around my waist, and then I had like the cane and the hat. Like I just made it custom. I made it me, and you knew exactly who I was, but like it wasn't like a cheap looking costume. Or like this was honestly will go down as like one of the best Halloween costumes I've ever done. I did Cruella de Vil. Okay. Oh, this is so iconic. You guys need to go on my Instagram and look at the pictures of these because it was so good. Okay. I was Cruella de Vil, and I wore like black double knee cargo pants, and then I wore this black long sleeve but like mesh top. Like it wasn't like mesh, it was like a net, if that makes sense. Like it was like had a bunch of holes in it, like a fishnet basically. And then I had the big white fur coat, like a real, not real fur, but a fur a faux fur coat that was like big and like heavy and like real. And then I took black spray paint after I got it from Macy's and I sprayed the black dots all over it. And then I ran into a few issues because I was like, I don't want to wear a wig because my hair is fierce. So what are we going to do? So I took black and white hair color spray paint, like the temporary stuff. And I like split my hair down the middle and I painted my fingernails black. And here's the other thing. These are like the small little elements that make your outfit unique. Cruella has like the red like gloves or whatever. But I was like, I just painted my nails. I want people to see it. So what I did was I just made fingerless gloves. Like I just cut the fingers off of my red silk gloves because I was like, oh, and so it like made it like kind of like edgy and cool. And I like did my eyeliner, like I put some black in my waterline and smudged out so I looked kind of like dead and rotted a little bit. And so just matched the edgy vibe. And then I only ended up with one glove. So then I just wore one glove and it was just like kind of cool because I could wear rings on the other hand. Like it was just like I just wore one red silk fingerless glove, and then on my other hand, I had like big chunky red jewelry. Like it just worked. I don't know, it just worked. It was so good. Oh, and that's not even the best part of this costume. The best part of this costume was that my friend Roman also was struggling to find a costume at the time. So I feel so bad about this, but it's so iconic. So we made him a Dalmatian. Okay. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, like that's fun, like little group couple costume, whatever. No. So we took just like a white wife beater and then like spray painted the black dots on it. And then like did like the dog face out of like eyeliner or whatever. But then I had a really bad idea that ended up being an iconic idea. I went to PetSmart and I bought a leash and collar, as one does, right? And so all night I had my friend Roman had a dog collar on and I had a leash in my hand, walking him. And he's like built, like Roman is like built, like has muscles, and he's like a good looking person. And so for like me, Cruella DeVille, to be like walking like this man dog on a leash around this college Halloween party, it was just like iconic. There were people stopping us to take pictures. It was amazing. It was just amazing. Some of the awkward things too is like at that party in particular, I ran into like other Cruellas that were like obviously didn't look as good as me and didn't have a Dalmatian. Like not to be rude, but like they knew it too. And so sometimes those moments were awkward, but it was fine. It made me feel really good deep down. My like cold heart that doesn't exist very often just like got really excited just even thinking about it. No, those are my last 2 years. I still need like one really other good one for this year, but I have no idea what it is going to be yet, you guys. Oh yeah, I was going to give you the whole point. I was going to give you guys some like Halloween costume suggestions. Okay, this costume, I need to see someone do this good. Maybe a drag queen I think could eat it up, but someone needs to be Effie from Hunger Games. Okay, if you don't remember her, she's the one from the Capitol who's like Katniss Everdeen's like sponsor or whatever. She's the girl with like the crazy hair and like the crazy outfits and the crazy makeup. She's like Marie Antoinette cosplay, but like future vibes. Someone needs to be Effie, ASAP Rocky for Halloween. Like you need to give me Effie. I feel like you could do so many cool things with it. She has so many iconic outfits that you could like try to replicate, but it's also like they're so crazy that you could literally make up an outfit and like if you did it right, people would still know exactly who you are. So that's a really good one. Oh my God. I saw Spence Waugh, I think is his name, talking about this the other day. But a Visco girl, like if you're really down bad and really don't have a Halloween costume, like I think a Visco girl is like, I maybe has, is it old enough? Like, is it old enough? I think it's old enough for you to be a Visco girl for Halloween. Like put on your puka shell necklace, like wear the scrunchie around your wrist, like carry around your hydro flask. And Ayup, did I say it? Yeah, I did. Like that's an easy, like quick, fast Halloween costume. For like some couple costumes, I mean, I'm really obsessed with Grace and Frankie right now. If you don't know what that is, it's a Netflix TV show. It's really freaking good. It's about these two old ladies whose husbands end up marrying each other, but they're like 75, 80 years old. So it's really funny. But anyways, Grace and Frankie, those two characters have very like, they're best friends in the show, but they have very opposite styles. One of them is like hippie with like her muumuus. And then the other one is like Dracula with her like popped collar and her like tailored pantsuits. So I think that would be a really good couple costume or like friend costume. I don't know if enough people are doing this, but I think that people should start doing the cast of New Girl as a Halloween costume. I think that would be so good. That would be that's like such a good group costume. Like if there's like enough of you guys, like you could also like start adding in characters. Like you could add Cece if you wanted to. You could add Ferguson, the cat, if you really needed to. Like that's such a good, I would totally want to be Jazz or Nick. I mean, obviously I'm Nick, but like, or not Nick. What am I saying? Schmidt, Lord. I'm such a fake fan. No, I'm not. I would be Schmidt probably, but Jessica Day, I can see it already with like a polka dot skirt and the pleather flats. She dressed like a teacher. It's okay. We love her. We love Jessica Day. Okay, now this is another one. This is like a good little, not like slutty costume, but this is a good, like if you want to show body, yaddy, yaddy, or if, I don't know, you can do whatever you want. But Beatrix, I think Cadeau is her name. Black Mamba from Kill Bill, like the main character girl that she's played by Uma Thurman is her name. You guys, that is a fierce ass outfit. Like get the yellow latex bodysuit and have like a fake or real if you want like samurai sword. That is so iconic. I need to see someone do that. Please someone do that. Maybe I'll do that. Just kidding. However, someone needs to do that. Someone needs to do Kill Bill. Oh, this next one is actually one that I've already done, but it's such a good one and it's Elvis. Did I do this in high school? Yeah, I did this in high school. Yeah, what am I thinking? But like I said, don't buy an Elvis costume from Spirit Halloween. No, we're going to DIY it at home. Okay. So this is what I did. I bought a red silk button down. Okay. And then I got a white denim jacket and then I got white denim bell bottoms. Okay. Okay. You see the vision. And then my mom actually helped me. I just hot glued rhinestones on the bottom of the bell bottoms and on the jacket. Okay. To match. And I did like gold and red like rhinestones. And then I wore the glasses and I had a bedazzled belt and with a big belt buckle and it was everything. And it's so easy. It's so easy. You can do that literally at home because like if you have a matching like bell bottom set, all you got to do is put a flashy shirt on underneath it, grab the glasses and slick the hair back and call it a day. And everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows who you are. I just also I'm not even like an Elvis fan. I don't know even why it was Elvis, but that was a good costume, Bryce. Oh, I'm so good at Halloween. I'm so good at Halloween. But this next one is like maybe a little bit more stereotypical, but Britney Spears, like, hello, I almost did this year. But like there are so many iconic Britney Spears looks. And so all you have to do is literally pick one and recreate it. Like the serpent one, like the green bra and like the blue little mini Y2K skirt and the snake, like literally this would be such an iconic outfit. Like get the shoes, get the skirt, get the top cheap. You can get all of it from Shein if you need to. And then order from Amazon like a 6-foot stuffed yellow python snake and then wear it around your neck all night. That's such a good outfit. Or you could do like the red latex bodysuit look, or you could do like the denim look. That's a good couple's costume. You could do, was it Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears, like the denim matching look? Like that was iconic. Like you guys, that would be such a good outfit. This is Bella's Halloween costume this year, so I'm like kind of stealing it from her. But she's doing Kesha, which is like another good iconic one with an iconic look. Like just, you know, crimp your hair, put some like colorful streaks in it. I think she's wearing like animal print Daisy Dukes and some boots and, you know, like the crazy makeup and the, you know, fishnets and the whole 9 yards. Like Kesha's a really good one. We're going to have such a fun photo shoot. I convinced her. She's the one that takes a lot of my pictures that I post on Instagram. And I was like, hey, instead of paying you for taking my pictures, can I just like take your pictures? So we're going to do a Kesha photo shoot. And I will get her to post them on Instagram. I promise. I promise. Okay, well, the last thing that I have written down on my list of suggestions is Twinkerbell. And I think that I was really high and I just had the thought of like a twink in a Tinkerbell costume. But I think that that's borderline disrespectful. It is a little funny. It is a little funny. Twinkerbell, that would be a funny costume if you're a twink to be Tinkerbell. We call you Twinkerbell. But maybe that's derogatory. Low-key maybe shouldn't be saying that. That sounds like a slur. Twinkerbell? That sounds like literally what some high school fucking bully would call some gay kid in high school. Yeah, maybe don't be Twinkerbell. That sounds like hate speech to me. You're walking into a dangerous situation with that. Don't take my advice. Thank you. Okay, that is enough Halloween for today. I'm bored. I give you something though, right? I mean, I don't have all the answers. Okay, now to close off this episode, as you know, we're starting with obsessions and we're finishing with confessions. So what confessions do I have in store for you today? Oh, actually, I have two that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know if I publicly admitted this. I mean, it's not a secret. I'm not hiding it from anyone, but I do have lip filler. I do indeed have lip filler. I actually have 2 full syringes of lip filler. And I know you might be thinking to yourself, Bryce, it doesn't look like you have 2 full syringes of lip filler. I know. And it's also not because I had really tiny lips before. Like I had okay lips before, but I also, mind you, remember that I'm like a big person. So I just had a lot of like lips to put filler in, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, I do have lip filler. I also really like it. I don't know. I feel like I talk more. I pout more. Lip filler lips. I also don't want to be a filler queen. Nothing against filler queens. Nothing against filler gays. I don't want to look like a filler gay, but I also like don't want wrinkles on my forehead. And I also like kind of want a facelift when I get older, and I'm gonna want like maybe like buccal fat removal. Like I don't know, that might be me, might not be me. I have no idea yet, but at this point I do have lip filler. That's all I have. And I also don't know how long until I need to get it dissolved and then reinserted into my body, because there's no way I can live without it. I know that's like the slippery slope with like fillers and injectables and all that jazz, is that they're addicting or whatever. But yeah, I can't imagine a life without my filled lips now. I've only had them for like less than 6 months, and I can't imagine a world without it. So, my other confession. Oh, this is actually so embarrassing because I love lying. I love lying, but you guys are gonna see this on my Instagram story in a few days, and probably a lot actually, because I think it's really photogenic. However, my Louis Vuitton duffel bag is not real. Louis Vuitton, don't get mad at me. I still want to work with you someday. However, I have a Louis Vuitton Capal, and it's fake. Yes, indeed, it is. But yeah, I don't know what else to tell you, you guys. It is a $3,600 bag. $3,600 bag. You think I'm going to spend my own cash on that? No. I'm either going to get it for free as a gift from Louis Vuitton, or I'm going to get it from a sugar daddy. Actually, someday I will have plenty of money to buy my own Louis Vuitton Capal, hopefully. However, the one I currently own is still over $100 for the fake one, but because it's a good fake. But yeah, not real. Sorry, and only you podcast listeners will know that. I'm not going to post a clip on social media of me saying that my Louis Vuitton bag is fake. Actually, no one but Spotify and YouTube and wherever else this podcast is streaming is actually going to have this information. So I'm not too worried about it. Unless this is the episode that I blow up on. Unless this is the episode that like makes me famous. Maybe not. But yeah, that would be crazy. Imagine the irony if the whole world found out my Louis Vuitton bag was fake just because this is the one episode that decided to perform well, bitch. But yeah, those are the confessions I have for you. I was supposed to film yesterday when Bella was here, and then she was going to tell you a confession, but she's not here tonight to give you those confessions. And hopefully next week I have some of yours. Naughty, naughty girl. Naughty, naughty girl. Now, to stay in the loop and get more involved in content just like this, don't forget to give us a follow at It's Always Something Podcast on all socials. Brand new episodes streaming every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on all of your favorite streaming platforms. Video is exclusively up on Spotify and YouTube. And if you don't want to stick around for an entire episode, excerpts go up on Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you just want to listen to specific sections or clips, if that's more your vibe, they're like 15 to 20 minutes versus the full hour length episode. So go check those out if you want. And don't leave me out. Hello at It's Bryce Howard. Thank you. Guys, my throat is sore. And I don't know if it's because of the popcorn lung or if it's because I've been talking non-stop for the last 2 hours, but I need to go drink some tea and stop talking for the remainder of the evening. Please and thank you. Okay. I love you, divas. Happy Halloween. If I don't see you again, look hot, look sexy, make good choices, but make good choices. Okay. I'm going now. Bye. Mwah.